Welcome to the Liberated Feminine Podcast. I'm Lucy Lampy, your host, and in today's episode, sis, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Okay, you ready for it? Men love a selfish woman. Let me rephrase that. Healthy, integrated, self-assured men love self-sourced women. And what I mean by self-sourced is women who know how to tap into the source of nourishment, women who know who they are, women who are solid in their sovereignty, as opposed to a woman who looks to him to be complete, a woman who looks to him as her source, her primary one and only source of nourishment. Does he want to provide? Absolutely. A healthy, self-assured, integrated man will want to amplify her aliveness, amplify her fullness, amplify her peace, make her life even more easeful, pleasurable, loving. But he doesn't want to be her main source, nor should he be. Nor should he be. And this is not a matter of protecting yourself and being hypervigilant or hyper-independent as a means to try to protect your heart from being broken in case he ever leaves you in whatever context that may be. This is not about self-protection out of fear or trying to avoid fear or pain manifesting in your life and in your relationship. What I'm talking about is you genuinely being tapped in to your source of life. Nourishment, turn on, pleasure, safety, certainty. And then having his presence amplify that. Now, again, this is not saying that he should not be a source of comfort and love and protection, provision. Absolutely. That's part of relationship. Otherwise, why are we in relationship? Just to kind of coexist together? Like, there are certain things that we are meant to amplify and expand and create together. This is not about two lone islands kind of existing next to each other. You really are integrating your lives together and becoming, experiencing that oneness, right? Whatever that might look like in your relationship. But you being selfish, in other words, you being self-sourced, is actually required in a healthy relationship. Both of you, not just him. Because when you stop doing the things that nourish you, when you stop doing the things that make you come alive, that make your soul sing, that make your heart just burst at the seams, that begins to negatively impact everything, including your relationship. We've all been there. Look, we've all been there, especially when, let's say, it's a new relationship or you're experiencing a healthy relationship or the healthiest relationship you've ever had, and you really soften so fully into it that that's all you want to do. You want to spend all your time there, and then you stop doing the things that nourished you, and then your partner starts to feel this new weight, burden even, of the responsibility to be your light source. And it was never designed to be that way. We are meant to be selfish in this way and to encourage each other in that. And the truth is, a healthy partner doesn't need or want you to be their entire world and universe. Now, if there is anxious attachment, yeah, you're probably going to experience some of that to some degree. Let's say that your partner is anxiously attached and he does want you to be his whole world, and he feels threatened by your self-sourcing, your selfishness, you needing to have your rituals and your routines and the things that fill you up that don't have anything to do with him. And in a separate episode, I will go more into healing attachment wounds within relationship and why relationships are required for that. But not in this episode. I just want to kind of, throw that out there. Because in a truly secure relationship, even if it starts out in, let's say, an anxious and avoidant dynamic, the gift in that is that you get to see the ways that you are outsourcing your peace, your well-being, your sense of wholeness to your partner. You get to see and viscerally feel, it's very confronting, the ways that you are putting that burden on your partner. Now, there is also something to be said about expressing your needs, expressing your desires, your heart, your fears, the deeper things going on in your heart. You want to have the kind of trust and reverence and mutual respect in the relationship, safety, to be able to express those things without having to tiptoe around it and avoid the real stuff because you're afraid of the fallout that could happen. You want to have that strong foundation so that you can not only not withhold your heart, but have this most intimate, I see you, I got you, I'm with you kind of love, which is what we're all really longing for deep down, if we get really fucking honest with ourselves. And unless you are willing to not only be selfish in the way that I'm describing it here, not just at the beginning of a relationship or in the first year or the first couple years or the honeymoon stages or what have you, but throughout the entirety of the relationship, not to maintain some kind of stage in the relationship, but because it nourishes you, because you prioritize you, because you are connected to what fills you up, and that is a non-negotiable. Now, there is a level of selfishness, as we would, assume selfish would look like, where it's us versus them. Like it's my needs versus your needs, and I'm choosing me because I'm more important than you. That's not what this is. This kind of selfishness is collaborative. It contributes to the bigger vision of the relationship, of the union, of why you are together. What are you co-creating in this life as a couple, as a unit? And it just doesn't work unless you are both willing to be selfish in those ways. So nourish yourself, nourish your heart, your mind, your body, your sexual energy, your creativity, what makes you come alive. And what happens is when you are in your fullness, again, a secure, integrated partner who really does deeply care about you is going to want to just add even more to that. They see you in your fullness, in your radiance, and they're like, oh, damn. Wow, like I am drawn to that. I'm drawn to that. I can't look away. I want to be around that. And I want to add to that. How can I make this even better? How can I just add more to her joy, add more to her pleasure? And where we can kind of get into a painful pattern is when it has been a long time since we've resourced ourselves, since we've really tapped into that deep nourishment outside of the relationship. And let's say that it's been some years that you've been relying on your partner to be that source for you. This can take some time. This can take some time to establish this new footing in yourself. Because a lot of times what I've seen with women and couples that I've worked with is that part of breaking away from the painful, unhealthy patterns is swinging to the other end of the pendulum, where then she might be even detached, emotionally detached from him and the relationship and the needs of the relationship. So if that's you, just bring awareness, keep awareness on that. Keep your pulse on that. How can you establish your footing as a sovereign woman and do the things that nourish you and prioritize that and communicate that in a clear, loving way without neglecting the relationship itself. And because most people, it's not like we have it 100% spot on all the time with our attachment wound layers. The life is going to bring up more layers to be exposed and to be integrated into the wholeness of who you are. But it's about being aware of, let's say that a season of life requires you to be more reliant on your partner. It's not about never relying on your partner, but about this fundamental respect and understanding that you have between the two of you, that you are not abandoning your self-nourishment to just latch on to him and make him responsible for it. And that requires a lot of really honest self-inquiry and honest communication with each other. So, again, be selfish. Men love it when you're selfish. A healthy man loves it when a woman is selfish, meaning self-assured, knows what she needs, is prioritizing that, and doesn't have her whole life built around him. An insecure man will want or even require you to build a whole life around him. But you're not here for that. I don't think that you are here watching this video interested in these themes because you are seeking an insecure man who needs to be your whole universe. No. So begin with this. Ask yourself, if you're in a place where you are very dependent on your partner to be that source of life and nourishment for you, what makes you come alive? What helps you feel like you? What helps you feel connected to that aliveness within you? And if you haven't connected with it yet, just being open and sitting with that question, let it be an open-ended question between you and your heart, your spirit. And just let the answers come. You'll begin to see that the universe will send you signs, synchronicities, opportunities, connections, fun little surprises to reveal to you your higher self, speaking to you through those things to show you here is something just for you, something that will light you up, maybe ignite that fire that you haven't felt in a while. So for more to support you in this, actually I recommend the Erotic Liberation Bundle, which includes 8 different courses from self-pleasure to wild feminine embodiment, sensual movement, voice activation. So check that out in the link here, as well as a couple other recommended workshops and courses that can support you in this part of your journey. Otherwise, thank you for joining me for this episode, and here's to liberating your wild feminine heart.